It probably just has some generalized version of it that it's, checking against, I imagine. I don't know how it works. All I know is that it's said to work. I've never tried it. I'm sure you could figure out a way to like get a digitized version of currency. I leave that as an exercise to you. Yeah. It is. I would guess that if that's the case, I would guess that there must be some very generalized version of what like a bill or a currency looks like. I mean, I guess if you if you think about it, they all do look the same. They're all rectangular and they all got like a little picture on them. And if you like drew something that looked close enough to a dollar bill, you probably couldn't scan that either. I would think. I don't know. Yeah, but that might not work either. I don't know. It's a good question. There you go. Does anybody have any other questions? Yeah, 10 minutes. I do know that PT Lens won't run under OS X, and that pisses me off. There's a handy program, I think it's just called dfish, that runs under OS X, and it's pretty handy. I think it uses a different library, but it produces pretty good results. I'm a big fan of DSLRs. They're more expandable than just like compact digital cameras. If you have a compact digital camera, depending on what kind you have, I know that you can get like attachments and stuff for lenses that will produce like telephoto effects and wide angle effects like that. I don't have a lot of experience with them. I do know that they're out there. But compacts are compacts, and they don't usually have a lot of accessories, at least not compared to the DSLR realm. And they're overpriced.
You can get more cameras with
Right. True, yeah. Shoot manual, I guess, if you want more control, if you want more latitude. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Canon imaging products. That's just my bias. I know that they're CyberShot, I think. Is it? PowerShot, sorry. My understanding is that they produce very nice images and they've got good manual control. I don't know. Maybe somebody can back me up. What can I say? Like the ability to set things like aperture, shutter speed, ISO manually, as opposed to letting the camera decide on its own. For instance, I should go back to this probably. Like I was saying, I mean, there's three different things that will determine whether or not your image is exposed properly. Between ISO, aperture, and shutter speed, pretty much any modern film camera and any digital camera will be able to balance between these things and strike a proper balance based on what it assumes the scene is like. Now it's always gonna mess up when you're taking a picture of something that has a very bright light in the scene. Like if you're trying to take a picture of something with the sun in the scene, it's always gonna like get screwed up because the sun is just too bright. But anything that has, or being able to use manual control, or any camera that has manual control will let you set those variables manually, and you can produce some crazy results if you know what you're doing. New pixels instead of copy pixels. But as far as cell phone cameras go, I mean, I don't know, didn't somebody just came out with like a 5 megapixel digital camera? Like, I don't understand the point of that. The problem with cell phone cameras is that the sensors are so small and the optical elements are so small that you're really not going to end up with like a nice clean image. I mean, it's kind of a limitation of the optics and of the size of the photo sites. The bigger a sensor gets, the less susceptible it is to noise. The smaller a sensor gets, the opposite is true. So as you end up with digital cameras that have these remarkably small sensors with remarkably small photo sites, you're just going to end up with more noise, and people don't really want noise in their images. If you want covert pictures, though, one of my buddies, he got really good at taking his little compact digital camera and just holding it at his hip level, and he got really good for a while, just like aiming it properly and getting like just perfect face shots. A little bit of practice, like you'll be there. Yeah, that's right. You gotta get a smaller camera. All right, they're kicking me out, you guys. Thanks a lot, everyone. You've been great. I hope everybody learned everything. And